Hello, class, and welcome to the second part of our discussion on recruitment and selection. This is Chapter 6, which is, kind of all about selection and placement, which is one of the more important topics because, again, this is how you kind of decide, okay, after what we learned from last chapter about how the different methods to recruit, different methods to try to draw individuals into your organization. Now, how do you select the best qualified candidates? If you have 10 resumes and they all have the right experience, they have the right education, how do you select from those? It can be a very difficult thing to do. So this chapter kind of talks about what that entails. And there are really 5 different things that we're going to talk about in this chapter that really that discusses what we're going to be looking at. The first thing is reliability. So however we decide to select someone, whatever test that we use, whatever method that we use, is it reliable? Can we count on it time and time again? So if we do it once in January, can we take the exact same test and do it in October, November, and it'll still be accurate essentially. So is it reliable? Can we continue to use it over and over again, or do we have to make adjustments from time to time? Is it valid is the second one. Are we able to get results that actually give us an honest answer? We may have a test that we can use over and over again, but if it's given us completely different results each time, then we can say that it's not valid because we're getting different, it doesn't, give us any type of stability, if you will. So we want to make sure that it's valid. Is it generalizable? Are we able to use it over different functions? So, for example, if we use a test in our finance department, and it gives us what we want, can we take it over to our marketing department and it will have the same effect in the marketing department? Or if we have a company that's based in Chicago and then we take it to St. Louis, will it still have the same result as well? So is it generalizable, essentially? So does it provide utility? Does it actually provide value to the organization? We may spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these different, tests, but if they're not really giving us any data that we can use, or they're giving us the wrong data, or if it's just the cost is way more than the use that we're getting out of it, then it's not the utility or the value that it's given us is not worth it. So we have to make sure that there's some utility there that allows us to be able to use it, that provides value. And finally, again, me being the lawyer myself, is it legal? What is the legality? There are a lot of different tests that provide really good stuff, but some tests may accidentally, maybe discriminate against younger individuals or discriminate against women. And we may not even mean to do so, but the legal effect is that it does have a discriminatory effect. So whatever we do, we want to make sure that it's legal. So those are really the 5 key characteristics that I want to make sure you know from this chapter, because again, these are really the things that one will be on the exam, but also are the main points of this chapter. The chapter also discusses, several other different ways you can assess people, from cognitive ability tests to drug testing. So please make sure you pay attention to the different types of tests that the chapter discusses. Because again, I think it's important for you to know kind of what are some ideas that companies utilize, why they use those certain ideas, and then how do they get data out of them, and how do they provide the value. Thank you very much, class. Continue to read this chapter and the previous chapter, and I'll see you on the discussion boards. Thanks so much.